Fedora Linux stands out by delivering a remarkably rapid release cycle that keeps software versions fresh, often months ahead of most distributions. It integrates cutting-edge technologies like the latest GNOME on Wayland by default that enhance performance and security from day one. Security is baked into its core via SELinux and immutable variants such as Silverblue, giving both developers and end users unprecedented confidence in system integrity. With a strong upstream-first philosophy and modular packaging, Fedora ensures that innovations flow back into the broader open-source ecosystem and that users can tailor their systems without waiting for monolithic OS updates. These qualities combined make other distros seem dated by comparison, especially in fast-moving arenas like containerization, desktop environments, and developer tooling. Now, let's talk about rapid release cycle. Fedora follows a 6-month release cadence, ensuring you always have access to the newest kernels, libraries, and applications. This pace contrasts sharply with distributions on annual or multi-year cycles, where users often rely on backported patches rather than genuinely fresh features. For content creators and developers who demand the latest compilers, desktop enhancements, and drivers, Fedora's schedule keeps your workflow on the bleeding edge without lengthy wait times. Now let's talk about cutting-edge technologies. First, Wayland by default. Since Fedora adopted Wayland as its default display server, users enjoy smoother animations, better security isolation for graphical applications, and superior multi-monitor support, advantages still rolling out elsewhere. Its proactive stance ensures that Fedora users test and refine the Wayland experience long before many other distros complete their transitions. Now, let's talk about Pipewire and modern multimedia. Fedora ships with Pipewire to handle audio and video, replacing legacy, Pulse Audio, and Jack setups. This unified solution reduces latency, improves sandboxing, and simplifies containerized multimedia applications. Other distributions often lag in adopting such foundational improvements to multimedia stacks. Now, let's talk about security and stability. Now, about SELinux integration. Security-enhanced Linux, SELinux, is enabled by default in Fedora, enforcing mandatory access controls that thwart many privilege escalation attacks and provide fine-grained policy management. While SELinux can be challenging to configure, Fedora's documentation and community tooling make it accessible, unlike some distros where it's optional or disabled. Now, let's talk about immutable workstations, Fedora Silverblue. Fedora Silverblue offers an immutable root file system that can roll back entire system updates with one command, delivering desktop reliability akin to enterprise-grade appliances. This model isolates user applications via Flatpak, reducing system drift and configuration rot over time, a level of desktop immutability rare in other mainstream distributions. Now, let's talk about upstream contribution and open-source leadership. Fedora's upstream-first policy means it actively contributes patches and improvements directly to projects like GNOME, systemd, and the Linux kernel, rather than applying changes only in downstream packaging. This approach accelerates feature availability across all distributions and cements Fedora as a proving ground for future Linux innovations. The result is an ecosystem where Fedora is often the first to showcase and stabilize new capabilities. Now let's talk about modularity and container-centric design. Fedora Modularity allows multiple major versions of applications to coexist in the same repository, enabling longer-lived streams for critical software without hindering the main OS upgrade path. Additionally, Fedora's built-in support for Podman, Builda, and other container tools means developers can build, run, and ship containers natively without Docker's daemon model. This integration is more seamless and official than in many competing distributions, where containers are bolted on as afterthoughts. Now let's talk about modern workflows and developer tooling. Fedora includes the latest versions of programming languages, frameworks, and IDEs, often packaging new releases within days of upstream publication. Its DNF package manager, especially in its latest major revision, provides faster metadata handling, parallel downloads, and modular filtering, all with drop-in support for scripts and automation. Developers working in cloud, IoT, or bare metal environments benefit from Fedora's consistency and the Fedora cloud-based images tailored for virtualization platforms. Now, finally, let's talk about the conclusion. By pioneering rapid releases, adopting emerging technologies like Wayland and Pipewire, enforcing robust security with SELinux, and championing upstream contributions, Fedora Linux embodies what truly modern computing looks like. Features such as Modularity and Silverblue's Immutability reaffirm Fedora's role as a leader in open-source innovation. When you run Fedora, you're not catching up, you're leading the way, leaving other distributions to play catch-up on core advancements. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out, everybody, and don't forget I'll be posting videos daily without missing any day. So don't forget to like my content, share my content on all social media platforms so we can build a larger Linux community and conquer the world with love. And finally, don't forget to subscribe to my everyday content. Bye, have a wonderful day.